So are you really done, man? Because I know you're going to say, yeah, I'm done. Okay. But like maybe blink twice or something because
Yeah.
you still were so damn good. I
Yeah.
feel like, if anybody deserves a year with a winner, it's you. The itch is going to be there, man. What happens when somebody calls you next fall and you haven't officially done your papers, you haven't done a press conference? I'm on to you.
But this better than anybody, both you guys. I am not training to play NFL football. So like you can
Yeah.
call all you want, but I'm going to show up and you want me to play what? I haven't I'm doing vanity workouts right now. I'm doing
Yeah, you can
workouts to
play
try and look good when I go to the beach.
like Travis Kelsey stuff. You could be out there doing Kelsey work. You're
Kelsey
you're
doesn't
not
work
fit.
out.
You're not
Yeah.
fit to take on like run
Yeah, I'm
gaps.
Yeah,
not going to go
exactly.
bull rush Trent Williams right now. Like I'm not
Uh,
doing that.
Yeah.
Like that's no, I'm so yeah, people can
but if there
call
was
all
a
they
guy who
want. That's
could, it would
great.
be you. It would be you.
If they
You'd be the
Yeah.
guy that
yeah,
could do it.
if they want to throw out 20 million for one game, I'll show up. No problem. I'll
20
suit it
mil
up for
for
one
one
game,
game.
20
We'll
million.
help with the
There's the
finder's
number.
fee on that.
How much did dad life and like getting married and having a kid, because I can remember when I had my first son, like everything shifted for me in football. It's not like it became less important. I was still going to do all the things that I had to do, but you knew hierarchically, like this was not as meaningful as what just happened. And I wonder how much like starting a family factored into what you're doing now, which is not playing football.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% there. It's you can still put in the same time and energy and effort, but it's not the singular most important thing in your life anymore. It definitely played a factor. I wouldn't say it was the largest factor, but it definitely played a factor. I wanted him to see me play, so I was even
Yeah.
though he'll never
Mm.
ever remember it, I wanted to have those photos. I think it was really cool for me to have him on the field for 2 games this year. Um, but in terms of actual retirement, it was much more physical and mental than anything else. I mean, you guys know better than anybody how much it takes mentally and physically to prepare every season, especially as you get later and later in your career. Can I still do it? Absolutely. Do I have to work significantly harder to get my body ready every day, every week, every year? Yes. And that's kind of the part that I didn't want to have to do anymore.
And that's really hard to imagine for me looking at you and the body of work and what you were was a tremendously gifted and even harder working player. And for you to say that you'd have to work exponentially harder to have that level of success, it just I can't even fathom that because I remember in 2013, 14 at the Pro Bowl, we're all drinking beers at the pool. You've got your cleats going. We just finished practice. You're going from the hotel room, and you tell me if
Mhm.
I'm wrong, to the
Uh,
field to go get in some drills, to go get in some lifting. That's what separated you as a man and a player. And for you to have that realization, like, fuck, I got to work even harder. That must be really difficult.
Yeah, and those are some of the things that I look back on, and I really do wonder to myself and have conversations if should I have loosened up a little bit more and relaxed a little bit more, and maybe it would have helped me, injury wise, who knows? Or the other side of me always says maybe that is the reason I was what I was at my best, and bad luck and things just happen. But trust me, there's certainly times where I'm like, you could have loosened up and had a beer with the guys, man. You don't have to be such a hard ass all the time.
Yeah, did you feel like you didn't have enough fun? I mean, like, sometimes I felt like I had too much fun and I could have had less fun, but you're looking at it from the other side of things.
I do think that there are definitely times where I could have loosened up some more, especially in the off season and things. But again, I go back because I do this with the injuries as well. I mean, I've said before, part of the thing with the injuries is you, you put so much weight in the bar, you do so many workouts, you're doing 2 a days, you're trying to be the absolute best you can be. And for a while, that got me to the top of the game. It also probably contributed to my fall from there because of the injuries. But at what point in that trajectory would I have said, okay, now is the time to stop? Because I
Yeah.
was going up and up and up. So if you would have told me in 2015, hey, maybe it's time to slow it down, but I'm on my way to my third defensive player of the year, I'm like, why would I slow
Mm.
it down? It's all working. It's
Yeah.
really hard to have that conversation with yourself in the middle of it all. And I do that with my brother right now because crushing it. He's playing incredible football, and I'm trying to tell him, hey, slow it down. And obviously, he had the pec injury this past season, so he got a little glimpse of that. And I'm trying to give him that insight and say, hey, just don't make the same mistakes I did. Being healthy is significantly more important than that extra 5 pounds on your bench press.
You nailed it. You went out on top. You listened to your body. We had Colt McCoy on. Colt spilled the beans on your letters. Uh, Tell me about the letter process. You writing to yourself so that you remembered, like, kind of a time capsule of how you felt.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I know how everybody feels. Once the season rolls around, everybody wants to play football again. Like you
You're
see the
damn right.
games on TV, you start watching, you're like, I can do this. Like, are you kidding me? I had a little bit of it at free agency time. When you start to see some of
Hmm.
the contracts rolling in, you're like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like, are you
Yeah,
kidding
Guards
me?
are getting
me too.
what?
I've been on the couch for 4 years, and I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, this guy had 4 sacks last year. You get 10 mil. God,
it's
I mean, I'm not being a hater, but yeah.
yeah. So I knew that was going to come around. So like in the off season, even I started doing that and writing things down to remind myself, like, hey, this is what you felt like in the middle of June when you're training and you just had a squat workout followed by a sprint workout and your knees feel like shit. You're not
Mm.
going to want to do this again. And then I did it in training camp when I'm sitting in a hotel lobby waiting to go into a special teams meeting so that I can watch field goal block. Nothing
Ugh.
against field goal block, but 12 years
Oh,
in, I
buddy.
got it. Okay,
If
I
there's
run
anybody who
three
doesn't need
steps.
coaching on field goal block, it's you, JJ. Okay, just skip
I've
the
sat.
fucking meeting, bro. Go get ankle
It's
work.
unbelievable. Take 3 steps and put your hands up. Got it,
Yeah,
coach.
jump,
I got it.
jump.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I wrote that down, and then you get into the season, and we had a rough season, obviously, and you go like
Yeah.
whatever it was, 1-4 or something, and you're like, I just got the shit beat out of me for 60 minutes straight. We're 1-4, morale is low. Remember this. This is the Monday that you don't want to go through again, and so I just
Hmm.
wrote a lot of stuff like that down. But I also captured a ton. It actually helped. I like the people that produce Hard Knocks. They're incredible people. They really are great. I do not like having Hard Knocks around for a
But
team. Like, I just don't.
yeah.
But for this, it was really cool to have them because now I have my entire final season basically captured, and they caught the
That's
retirement. They got
awesome.
my moments with
Yeah.
Koa, with my wife. So I was very grateful for that. And that was really special. And they gave me all the raw footage. And now I have that for the rest of my life if I want to show Koa.
If you want to be remembered for one thing, whether it's one play, one thing that you did, like, what are you most proud of?
Man, that's a good question. I'm this is like, it's partially a selfish thing, but it was really, really cool to me. The fact that after 12 years in the NFL, I mean, 12 years in the NFL is something I'm proud of, but after 12 years in the NFL, my last game and my last play, I walked off in an opponent stadium in my own division, and they chanted my name in an opponent stadium while my son and my wife and my parents were in the crowd. To have been able to do something over 12 years and whatever it is, football, non-football, but for opposing fans to be able to do that for me in my last game, and for the opposing team to put my name up on the scoreboard as I walked off the field for the last time with my wife and son and parents in attendance, I'm proud of the fact that that's how I left the game. It was cool. I never got to win a championship. I never got to even really sniff a Super Bowl. But I played the game I loved for 12 years, and I lived out a dream that millions of people have. And I met a lot of really cool people along the way, and I got to walk away under my own power. I'm very proud of that.